You scratch like a frantic animal. Is it actually working? We've spent a collective 500,000 years scratching our skin, yet most of us are doing the one thing that ensures the itch returns. We are masters of self-sabotage with 10 built-in rakes. Look at your hand, specifically the jagged, calcified edge of your thumbnail. When that pruritic impulse hits, maybe it's on your shoulder blade where the skin is tight and dry, you don't see a finger, you see a precision tool for excavation. You watch as the skin turns a violent, satisfying pink, the sound of a dry scrape against denim echoing like a tiny landslide. The itch is a 10, and your willpower has collapsed to a 2. If I just dig deep enough, I can reach the bone where the itch lives. It's a fair trade, a lifetime of scarring for 10 seconds of bliss. Why am I panting? This is just a mosquito bite, not a duel to the death. When the great itch strikes, what is your primary weapon of choice? Option 1. The precision dig, using the tip of one single nail to find the epicenter. Option 2, the garden rake, using all 4 fingers in a sweeping, rhythmic motion. Or Option 3, the friction burn, rubbing with your knuckles until the area is literally hot to the touch. 3, 2, 1. The actual official design is Option 4, the firm pat. Dermatologists at the American Academy of Dermatology explain that our standard rake method creates microscopic tears in the skin. These microtraumas signal the immune system to release even more histamine, creating a feedback loop that ensures the itch returns with reinforcements. The firm pat, or the tap method, confuses the nerves by sending a blunt pressure signal that overrides the itch without breaking the skin barrier. Even medical-grade topical antipruritics are formulated to be patted in, not rubbed, to prevent mechanical heat from dilating blood vessels and fueling the fire. There is a massive gap between our primal habits and our biological needs. We treat our largest organ like a scratch-off lottery ticket, when the official way is to gently applaud our skin to politely ask the nerves to be quiet. It feels ridiculous, like trying to negotiate with a fire, but the rake is just a medieval torture device disguised as a hand. How do you do it? Do you use your own nails, or do you seek out sharp corners of furniture like a grizzly bear? Who taught you your signature move? Was it inherited, or did you invent it in a moment of childhood panic? But sometimes, the biological rakes we carry at the ends of our fingers simply aren't enough. We enter the tactical phase. The gaze shifts away from the hand and begins scanning the immediate environment like a scavenger in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. I am currently looking at the corner of a plastic ruler like it's a holy relic. If I use the serrated edge, I might actually achieve nirvana. Is it a low point in my evolution that I'm considering backing up into the sharp corner of the wall like a common house cat? No, it's just efficient. When the fingers fail, we look for upgrades, which leads us to the ultimate question. What is the tactical peak of human scratching ingenuity? Is it Option 1, the wooden back scratcher, the classic? Option 2, the hairbrush bristle blitz? Or Option 3, the door frame rub, the bear method? 3, 2, 1. The answer is actually Option 4, the cold metal compress, also known as the thermal reset. It turns out our nervous system is a bit of a crowded highway. The nerve fibers that carry the itch signal travel along the exact same pathways as the ones that carry cold. By applying a cold metal spoon or a specialized cooling roller, you aren't fighting the itch, you're crowding it out. You're essentially flooding the sensory lane with a temperature signal that the brain prioritizes, effectively muting the pruritic impulse without having to tear through your epidermis. It's a fascinating gap in our logic. We will scan a room for the sharpest, most jagged object available, fully prepared to draw blood just to stop the tickle, when we could just walk to the fridge for a spoon like a rational scientist. We'd honestly rather bleed than be slightly chilled. But what about your own toolkit? What's the weirdest object you've ever drafted into service as an emergency scratcher? Did your parents have a family back scratcher that everyone shared like a cursed heirloom? Or did you have a specific car key that was designated for the task? Even if we find a temporary cold fix, there's still the aftermath to deal with. The red flare begins to rise. A vivid, pulsing topographical map of your own desperation. The skin is raw. The surface temperature is climbing, and if a single drop of sweat hits that zone now, it feels like battery acid hitting an open wound. This is the moment of post-scratch regret. I've definitely done permanent damage this time. It looks like I was attacked by a very small, very angry hawk. I'll just blow on it and pretend I'm not a victim of my own hands. I should probably put some actual medicine on it, but honestly, I'll just wait for the scab. the ultimate trophy of a battle well fought. I'm basically a biological architect, building a crunchy, protective shield over my own mistakes. So, how do you actually seal the ritual to ensure the itch doesn't return in 60 seconds with a vengeance? Is it option 1, the air blow, the frantic attempt at cooling via your own breath? Option 2, the spit seal, that primitive, instinctive antiseptic that feels vaguely shameful in a modern living room? Or option 3, the ignore and hope, the path of the absolute stoic, staring at the wall while your shoulder blade screams. 3, 2, 1. The real answer is option 4, the occlusive moisturizer, or what the manuals call the barrier mimic. You see, most itches are actually just a leaky skin barrier. When you rake your skin, you're basically tearing the roof off your house during a rainstorm and then wondering why the floor is wet. Dermatologists explain that applying a thick, fragrance-free occlusive, like petrolatum, traps existing moisture inside and physically blocks external triggers from reaching those panicked nerve endings. Ceramide-rich creams specifically target the brick-and-mortar structure of your skin to prevent the next itch before it even starts. We spend our lives treating our largest organ like a scratch-off lottery ticket, and then we're shocked when we don't win the jackpot. We're the only species on the planet that pays for expensive, pharmaceutical-grade seals after spending 20 minutes destroying our biological integrity for free. But that brings us to the ultimate agora question. Is the pain of a deep, jagged scratch actually pleasurable for you? Does that sharp sting feel better than the itch itself, or are you just trying to survive the sensation? What is your secret itch lore? Tell us the weirdest ritual you have for finishing the job. Do you have a cooling down dance? Or a specific brand of cream that feels like heaven? Was there a specific family member who taught you the right way to dig in? At the end of the day, normalcy is just a series of survival hacks we've never bothered to question. We've spent 500,000 years with 10 built-in rakes trying to solve a complex neurological puzzle with mechanical violence. Whether you're a raker, a tapper, or a cold spoon specialist, your skin is just trying to talk to you. The official way isn't a set of rules meant to ruin your fun. It's simply a translation guide for a body that speaks in itches. We aren't failing at being human. We're just finally learning the manual, one scratch at a time. Are you a raker or a tapper? Prove your method in the comments right now.